Just tired legs coming in late from Miami. Second night of the back-to-back.
I don't think that's, we don't want to offer that because you're going to have tired legs a lot, and you want to be able to play through that. We didn't have competitive fire at the beginning of the game, and when you don't have that, it's hard to generate it. We tried. There was stretches where you could feel, energy pick up, but they didn't feel us early.
I mean, they're the third most efficient defense in the league. I'm just curious what you saw from them that maybe made it hard for guys to get shots to fall.
Yeah, I think, Allen, particularly in pick and roll, is really good. His ability to kind of be up, and have a presence up the court, and then his mobility to protect the rim. But, the key for us is the connectivity that we have on the offensive end. And, over the course of a game, when you have that, you get, better opportunities. I did think there were stretches where we had some good shots and didn't make them. And sometimes it's like that, but there's other things I think that we can control that will help us.
Coach, when you talk about this team being connected, exactly kind of what does that look like offensively and defensively to you?
Well, I mean, we haven't played well offensively, in a few games, but we've been really good on defense. So those last couple games is what it looks like when guys are helping each other. And when I say helping each other, meaning just being shifted, getting people off the glass, getting back, all the things fundamentally that we talk about all the time when we're executing those things. Usually good things happen. And the same thing offensively, our spacing, our ball movement, taking open shots, playing together.
Yesterday I asked about Sadiq and his shooting slump, and today not a great night for him. Just how do you coach a guy through nights where the ball just really isn't going in? It might go halfway down, pop back up.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I have so much belief in Sadiq, and he's a rock. His competitiveness, his focus, his work ethic, and, he had a few tonight, too, that, like you said, were right there. They just kind of rimmed out, and just want him to keep at it and know the confidence that I have in him and his teammates have in him. And, everybody goes through stretches like that. And he's one of those guys that I'm sure it eats at him. We just want him to keep competing and keep playing and keep working.
Is there any update on Trey? I saw him go to the back at the end.
Yeah, I think he's concussed. Our health performance folks will have more information after he's evaluated, and then speculating to a certain point. But he got hit in the head and could be.
Coach, we're a little bit over the halfway point with the season as far as game. What do you feel that this team is at right now, and what are you looking for them to improve on the rest of the season?
We've been mercurial, we've had moments during the course of games where we find something that, that I think is going to help us be successful, and then there's other times we get away from it, and I think that sometimes that's our opponents. People aren't always going to let you do what you want. The halfway point is kind of an artificial number. It's a good time to evaluate it, no question. We've been a different team, say, the 3 games prior than we were tonight. And you can look at the variables involved in that, whether it's, the emotional high of a big win, some travel, but I think that's the challenge for us is mentally to find consistency in how we play. And because we've touched some things that are really good, and we've also had moments that aren't so good. And it just, you stay at it, you keep grinding. And, I mentioned the other day, I think, from the standpoint that, we want to consistently compete throughout the course of a game, every possession, and we want to be unselfish in all those situations. And if we can keep working towards those ends, we'll continue to see better and better results.
Coach, when you start Sadiq and Jalen and Clint, you've got 3 really good offensive rebounders. How do you sort of balance getting them their opportunities to crash, but also having a couple of people back for the transition defense?
Well, there's a number of situations when you don't crash, when the ball's in the air, you've got to get back immediately. You can't watch. One of the times that's the most difficult is, if there's a drive, if any of those guys or anybody drives, your floor balance isn't great. We encourage those guys to crash when they opportunistically. And usually it's not the crashing that gets you in trouble in transition defense. It's the reaction that you have if you're watching the ball and not crashing or not getting back. So you can't be caught in between. You can't be in purgatory. And when that happens, it's difficult to recover. And then, there's certain times, good shots, you have a better chance of rebounding, and so we've got to make sure, as much as anything, I'm not as concerned about them